Just to start off, do you have an earliest musical memory? The first time when you discovered music was starting to take an important part in your life?
I was very young. I guess around might have been as young as 11 years old or so. And I got my grandmother bought me a guitar, plastic guitar.
Growing up, was there a particular time when it became apparent to you what an important figure your father was?
Beg your pardon?
Growing up, was there a particular time that it became apparent to you what an important musical figure your father was?
Yeah, really all my life I kind of knew that he was a musician, and knew that he made records and stuff. Really, it was kind of like, actually, I guess after he died, I really realized the impact that he had on American music.
Yeah. Did he encourage you at all to pursue music yourself?
No, not at all.
Way back when you started playing music, you formed a more contemporary-sounding band, but that was only quite short-lived. Can you tell us a bit about that band, and what was it about the band that left you dissatisfied?
It was just an average band, very contemporary, just trying to play that old stuff and just really couldn't get it down. And the problem was more with me than anything else. I hate to blame the band. The problem was with me, because I didn't have, I didn't understand as far as the deep blues stuff, And it took a while for me to study it and kind of get it together.
You had a career in teaching going there for a while. Was there a defining moment when you decided to put that away and really concentrate on music?
Yeah, well, actually, I was, when people say I was a teacher, I actually was a substitute teacher, which allowed me a time to, to really, I didn't have to make all the lesson plans and stuff, and I had a chance to come home and play my music,
Yeah.
And, I did other jobs too, worked in pawn shops and, managed restaurants. I did, various other jobs besides teaching too.
You decided to focus on a career in music, that you gave yourself a bit of a crash course in blues history. You traced back a lot of traditional recordings.
Well, I don't know if it was a crash course, because it really took me a long time. It was a whole period of 8 years or more. That I really my journey. Over just really trying to, I call it my journey to just trying to learn the blues and learn all about the stuff in the Delta and all up from the Delta to Chicago.
How did your record deal with Blind Pig Records come about?
Well, they had, I guess they had seen me on a television show, special to my daddy, a tribute to Muddy Waters, and they expressed interest, I guess, and came looking for me and found me, and we worked out a deal.
You got your debut album out, now it's been out for a while. How did you find the recording experience first time around? Did you go into the studio with any preconceived ideas how it would be?
Well, I had a little experience. I'd been in the studio a couple times, and I had a little experience with the studio, but really hadn't played with the caliber of players that I went in that studio with. And those are some of the old guys that played with my daddy, Pine Top Perkins and Bob Margolin and Paul Usher and Bob Stroger and Willie Big Eye Smith. Those guys just really laid it down really right,
Must have been a fantastic feeling to have some of those guys that worked with your dad on those records.
Oh yeah, it was a great experience to do that, and I was really fortunate to be able to do that with those guys.
I'm sure your dad would have loved the idea too.
Yeah, I hope so.
Going into the studio, what was the most important thing that you wanted to achieve in the sound and the feel of the record?
Well, I wanted to do a tribute to my daddy and to my grandmother, Verdale, and I really wanted to do the music justice as far as, making it high quality as I could, and I really wanted to represent the Chicago blues, and I wanted to do a little Delta blues too on it, which I did, and I was really trying to just, say thank you to my dad for, for all the years he did it, and thank him for, if it wasn't for him, I would never be doing this probably.
To go to Chicago to record the album, even though you're based there in Georgia, was that particularly important to you to go there to record where so much classic blues had been recorded in the past? Yeah, it was important for me to go up there and do it right there on my dad's territory, and right there in his backyard, to really, put it down
there and with his spirit. I mean, his spirit is with me always, but even there, even more.
Have you found it difficult, or are you finding it difficult making a name for yourself rather than being, the general view of you being Muddy Waters' son?
Well, I'm really not concerned with, I let people call it like they want to call it,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do the best job that I can do, and hopefully that people appreciate what I'm doing out here.
You chose to cover a couple of your dad's songs on the album. What made you choose the ones that you chose there?
Well, these tunes that I thought had special meaning to him. And talking to Bob Margolin, who played my daddy bands for like 7 years, he brought it to my attention a few songs that my daddy really cared about and embraced. And I was just trying to do what I thought my daddy really would like, as far as the stuff that he laid down.
And performing live, Bill, was there a particular time when you felt yourself getting a real confidence being on stage? Was that something you had to work up to?
Yeah, it's something I had to work up to. I remember the first time going on stage, felt a little awkward, and it's a bit of a different world, in front of people entertaining. Although being in front of my teaching experience, it kind of helped me out a little bit there. And I have a degree in communications, and that kind of helped me. I kind of, I've been in front of people before talking, and so it was, it took a little bit of getting used to and getting comfortable playing in front of people all the time. But I've had a chance to really play a lot of shows and play for a lot of different people in a lot of different countries and a lot of different states here in the United States, and just looking forward to coming there to Australia and showing those people what I got to.
No, we're looking forward to seeing you. Let's talk about your shows down here. You've got Bob Margolin coming down with you. Are you using Bob's band?
Oh yeah, I'm using Bob's band.
Right. Do you have your own steady band over there as well?
Yeah, I just organized me a band about 2 months ago, and we've been playing around here. I'm getting them ready, and a really good band. I'm looking forward to one day bringing my own band over,
Now, when you're down here, you're playing some festivals. How do you compare the festival circuit to perhaps playing live in a blues club? Because I guess at a festival, you're coming across audiences that may not have specifically come to see you.
Yeah. You come across, you touch a lot more people at one time, but it's all right. And the clubs are a lot more intimate. You're right there with the people, on the people, and you get a chance to, between breaks, to kind of talk to the people and stuff like that. So I mean, it's two different worlds there, and of course the money is better at the festivals.
So in terms of material, what can we expect to hear in your live set down here?
Well, I'll probably be coming there and playing. I'll play a couple of tunes that I've just written, and play some of that stuff from the Rise and Sun album.
Would you have a theory on what it is about blues music that enables it to pass through generations and retain its popularity regardless of other musical trends that go on around it? Yeah,
well, it's the kind of music that really touches your heart.
Yeah.
It really touches the soul, and it's a universal music, It's something that no matter where you're from, you can hear it and click into it. And actually, if you're a player, you can get up and play it. No matter who you play with, the blues players or rock players can get together and really jam out on some blues.
And after you leave us here in Australia, what's on your books for the rest of the year?
Oh well, I got a lot of different things. I can't even remember everything. I got just a whole lot of different things. I'm doing something in Hawaii and be touring here in the States, Bob and I, a lot of festivals during the summer, and then I'm headed over to England sometime in the fall, and back over to Norway I think in the fall, and just all kind of things on the horizon for me.
Are there any plans in the wind for the second album?
Yeah, we've been talking about that now, and really trying to get that started,
Right. In terms of new material, are you writing for that?
Oh, I've already written a bunch of tunes for that, and submitted them to the record company, and they're going through that stuff now, and we're going to decide exactly what we're going to do.
Fantastic. Okay, Bill, I won't hold you up any longer. We're really looking forward to seeing you down here in April.
Thank you.
We're a great blues country. We love our blues down here, so I'm sure you'll find enthusiastic audiences wherever you go.
Well, that's great.
And have a safe flight over, and we'll look forward to your shows.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, you take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.